Hi and welcome to Arrows TV. I'm your host Johnny Kelly and joining with me is Darren Best.
Today we're going to go over the games from 2 weekends ago, showing highlights from both the under-16s, under-18s, and we're also going to do the men's game versus Derby as well, and we're going to do a quick recap over the games played just this past weekend. Coming up first are the under-18 highlights versus Nova.
There are some of the highlights from the Notts Nova game. Here are some of the stats. Abdi Fatah, 16 points and 10 rebounds. Jordan Hopkinson, 10 points and 10 rebounds with 3 blocks. And Paddy Malidi-Hemi, on his debut, scored 9 points. Next up are the highlights for the under-16s against the Sheffield Saints.
There were the highlights for the Saints game. Top scorers for that game was Ross with 17, Leo had 16, and both Aiden and Zarain had 12 apiece. Coming up next are the under-16 highlights versus Derby.
Slide to the middle. Nice move.
Good win there by the under-16 boys against Derby. A bit of a local rivalry. Good to see them protect home court. Stat getters for that game was Leo with 20 points, 15 rebounds and 6 assists. Zarain had 19 points and 7 rebounds in a big game. Aiden was big as well. 18 points, 8 rebounds, and Matt had 9 points and 5 rebounds in a good appearance as well. Coming up next are the men's highlights versus Derby.
Moving. Good lad. Well done. Yes. Go on, go on. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Go for it! Yeah. That's it! Yeah! Go, go! I won! Yeah!
Now the highlight from the men's game versus Derby and a big win for the men. Here are some of the stats. Darren Best had 38 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists and 3 blocks. Good job, buddy. Akin had 21 points, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. And Sam Spare got a colossal 15 rebounds with 2 blocks.
It was good to see the guys play together. Akin's form is still really starting to come along as well. Unfortunately, we did have one of our younger sons, Rory, go down with an injury during the middle of the game, and he was taken away to hospital, but he's had his operation on his arm and everything's fine. We're all wishing him the best for his recovery, and we can't wait to see him back in an Arrows uniform.
Absolutely.
We also had some games this past weekend. The under-16s played Chester Panthers. Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, I mean, Cheshire have been struggling and we didn't really come out and perform very well, but at the end of the day it was a win, won by 5 points, and in the league we're in, you just take whatever win, you know, ugly or pretty, and you just move on. But the under-18s put a good performance in directly afterwards against Tees Valley Mohawks. They won by 30,
Nice.
all brought together in the second half, with the lead at half-time only 3 points, but they played particularly impressive in the second half. Matt Bristow in particular with 18 points was very good. How did the men get on this weekend?
Well, the men's had a tough weekend. It was a road trip to Ipswich. They were quite a quality team. They put on a good show there. They had a lot of size. Obviously, we had some number problems. Rory was out with his injury. We had another player had to go overseas with El Taurus, who had his best game for us. So we went away with only 4 men's players and 2 juniors. So I want to say a big thank you to Mitch and Abdi for both filling in, and they both played extremely well. Mitch was actually in the top 3 scorers, so we did go down, but there's a lot of positives to take away when you go to a tough venue like that to play, and we only had a few men's players. So looking forward to those guys blossoming as they get to play a little bit more with the men's, but definitely a hard-fought effort by the men's, and there was no complaint about the efforts there. So stat getters for that game was Akin had 31 points in a great scoring burst for him. He's starting to really play very well. I had 31 points and 9 rebounds, but also Mitch made the top 3 scorers, which is very good in the men's team with 9 points. So good effort there by everyone who battled hard. I know James and Akin both went the distance for 40 minutes. I was right there on 39, and Sam played a lot as well. So coming forward for this weekend, we play versus Huddersfield at home, so 5:45, please get there. It's a big game for us as we look to try and get back on the winning streak. We will have a few guys come back in and playing for the Meds, so exciting times there.
For the juniors this weekend, the under-16s are away at Leeds Carnegie on Saturday in a big game that might prove to be very important in the playoff race. And on Sunday, the under-18s play at home to York Eagles, a bit of an ongoing rivalry with them over the years at home. at 3:30 on Sunday.
Look to see everyone there. Thanks a lot.
Goodbye.